Hello, and welcome to this week's Glasstire Top 5. It is the week of November 19th, 2020, and I'm Christina Rees. I'm here with our guest host, Emily Peacock.
I'm still here, people.
She is. It's fine. We're in Houston, in an undisclosed location. You are, I think, the only artist who has now guest hosted twice. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
We're not counting Neil, because Neil's a writer, and he was also a guest editor for a long time, so...
Doesn't count.
We'll have you again as well.
Okay.
Maybe we should just make this a regular deal.
That would be
Why
fine,
not?
too. That would be fine. Okay.
So we're going to count down the top 5 art events in Texas this week. Most of them you can see in person. One of them in particular, however, is a virtual exhibition, and we're just going to jump right in. So number 5 on our list this week is at the Old Jail Art Center in Albany, Texas. We love this space. We ran a review this week of this particular show. It's Deborah Butterfield, who lives in Montana, and she's got a show up. It's really one work. It was called Three Sorrows, and we ran an interview with her that Colette Copeland conducted. We put it up earlier this week. She does the horses.
Yes.
She's known for the horses. She's got works in the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the Whitney. But anyway, this particular...
People love the horses.
They love the horses. And she talks in the interview about the horses metaphor and as witness. And she's been doing the horses since the 70s. And she talks about their evolution and how she went from using the actual materials to casting everything in bronze. Mm-hmm. But the piece Three Sorrows is actually, what she did is she ended up with some detritus from the Fukushima, from the Japan tsunami in 2011 that washed up onto the shore to the Alaskan islands. They carted it down in a ship to Seattle. She went and got it.
Wow.
In 2 U-Hauls and took it to the place where she gets the bronze casting done. And she built a horse out of the detritus from that tsunami.
That's really cool.
And that's what Three Sorrows is.
Number 4 is Present Tense at Gallery Frank Elbaz in Dallas. It's a group show. A lot of work that's been made right now about this moment. And one standout artist I will have to say is Mungo Thompson. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
The Time magazine images and the bronze Amazon boxes.
Which is called Snowman.
I know!
Yeah.
I love that. I don't even know what that title means, but I like it.
Well, he stacked it, so it's the
a
little box on the
it's
middle.
A snowman.
Yeah. This is really smart. It's kind of about the time we're living in, and it's got some jokes in it, but it's about how time is, it's stretched out and it's compacted, and we're all going crazy right now.
Yeah.
It really addresses the kind of headspace that we're all in right now during COVID. It's a smart show. It opened on October 10th. It's up through January 9th, 2021, so you've got some time to see it.
And Ryder Richards just wrote a review about the show that is on Glasstire.
Yeah, we just put it up on Tuesday, so go check that out. It's a good list of artists. It's international artists, but it's a good, smart, tight show. That kind of will address where we are right now.
Number 3 is Stephen Wilson at the Galveston Art Center. This is a solo show of works on paper, Boy Life in America. Stephen's from Houston, and I've known Stephen for a little while. He's an awesome guy. Stephen Wilson worked with Philip Pyle on Lawndale Live, and I know Stephen lives in the north side of Houston, but I mean, I occasionally used to run into him at coffee shops.
So this is new work. We haven't seen it yet.
I'm super excited to see this.
And he often does a lot of digital stuff. He does a lot of video. There's a cool interview that we ran with him in 2018 that Philip Pyle II, they went to a Thai restaurant.
In the north side, and I watched that video. It's a great video. Both Philip Pyle and Stephen Wilson are just both great artists and lovely people. So
check out that interview, and then this show will be up at Galveston Art Center through February 28th, 2021. So number 2 on our list this week, we just got the email in from Benito a few days ago, and we were really excited. So this is at the Houston Museum of African American Culture here in Houston, and it's curated by Benito Huerta out of UTA, great artist, terrific curator. And it is called Latinx Museum in Houston, question mark. So apparently 10 years ago, Houston City Councilman James Rodriguez told the opening audience at the HMAAC John Hopkins Symposium, he asked if this is the time for Houston to support a Latinx museum and if it's right around the corner. Now, Henry Sanchez for us last year wrote a couple of really nice pieces about what a Latinx museum in Houston would look like.
I mean, it makes sense, right?
Right. So there's been a lot of talk around this issue, and but for this particular show, Benito was asked to just kind of imagine what a gallery in a museum like this would look like.
Yeah.
And so he pulled together a terrific group show with some of
Yes.
our favorite, a lot of Texas artists. Gabe Martinez is in it, Delilah Montoya, John Hernandez, Margarita Cabrera.
Deborah Butterfield.
That's right. Jesse Amato, Richard Armendariz, also
Giovanni
Valdez.
Yes.
So very, very
And
strong.
Valdez. This is a good show.
Oh
This
yeah,
is a great show.
super strong. Now the good news is it's virtual, so they were going to do it in the gallery spaces at the HMAAC, but they're not. It's so everyone can see it. Go online and check this out, and I just guarantee you, Benito always puts together really kick-ass shows. This is going to be great, and you will be able to view it online through January 30th, 2021 on HMAAC's website.
Awesome. I'm going to tell my students.
Yes, absolutely. This will be a good one. Number one on our list this week, a lot of you probably wouldn't be too surprised by this, is the opening of the new Kinder building at the MFAH. It's almost 8 years in the making.
Holy shit, it's finally here.
Wow, all 237,000 square feet of it.
It increases the space of the MFA by 75%.
Yeah, 100,000 new feet of space to show the art. I've been there. I went on October 28th. Christopher and Brandon and I and a couple of other press people, Gary Tintertow, walked us through it. There were construction
Gare Bear.
guys everywhere. I mean, it was crawling with construction because they were still getting it up, and it's supposed to open on the 21st. A lot of other people have seen it since then, and Brandon went back on Monday of this week, and a lot more art was installed. It's impressive, I gotta say. It's the light is really good. I love the floors. You'll see what I mean when you go. The ceilings are great. It's got a curvature to it that's kind of got a Guggenheim feel. To me, it's a real throwback to kind of some of the great modernist museums in New York City. That's kind of what it feels like to
nice.
me. It is. It's kind of cool.
Nice.
Now, in terms of like what is kind of politically fraught about institutions these days and institutions being open during COVID, Brandon and I are going to have a long discussion about the Kinder building for Art Dirt this coming Sunday, and we'll talk about all of it. We'll talk about the good, the bad, the implications.
And the good, the bad, the implications.
Then the implications, and what really works about it. I mean, the MFAH desperately needed this space. They've got a huge collection. It's the second biggest collection in the U.S.
Right.
After the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a huge part of this is, following up on Benito's show,
Yes.
is that there's a ton of Latino art in this, and it's permanent collection stuff now. Permanent collection galleries that are dedicated to Latin American art, Brazilian work, Argentinian work, Venezuela, modernism, and it's beautiful stuff. And they did have a lot of that up when I was there, and it was a feast for the eyes. It's things that I've never seen at MFAH before, and also
And some Texas artists, right?
Yes,
Some Texas and Houston artists up in the show,
Yeah,
up in the building,
up in the
representing.
building. Yeah, they've got really, really cool stuff. They've got the big tunnels now that are leading to the other side of the campus. So there's like Olafur Eliasson has done a tunnel, and I mean they really pulled out the stops. This was a huge endeavor. I know they're very proud of this. There's a lot of like beautiful wood paint. I mean, the building's really, really nice.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm sold. You've sold me on going to see this.
There will be some familiar things that you probably haven't seen in a while, as well as a lot of new commissions by some absolutely terrific artists, including Trenton Doyle Hancock. He's in there. And Jason Salavon, I really like what he's done. Ai Weiwei's got a big old piece. I mean, so there's a lot of James Terrell and Kusama have immersive rooms.
Yeah, Kara Walker.
Yeah, Doris Salcedo's got a great
love
thing.
her.
Glenn Ligon's got great stuff. Martin Purrier.
Oh yeah.
So this
Check.
This is no joke, and you'll see this in the national press, and it's meant to be opening on November 21st. It will open, hell or high water, on November 21st, and congratulations.
Yes.
MFAH.
Yeah, congratulations. Cheers to you, Gare Bear. You did it.
We'll see you there, but please be careful. Numbers are high right now, and again, that's kind of part of, we'll talk about all of that again on Sunday.
Wear a mask.
Yeah, but wear a mask, and there's plenty of space. There's no reason for you to get right up next to anyone, I can guarantee you.
I never got up next to people in museums before this, so
Well, there you
I feel
go.
like it's a it's a good COVID activity.
You know that they will have very, very serious protocols
Yeah,
in
they
place.
do.
I've been to the MFAH a couple of times since it reopened, and I have not gotten within 20 feet of another person.
Yeah, we went too,
Yeah.
and I did not feel unsafe. I felt like they were taking all their precautions.
Yeah. And on that note, the Manila is also very safe.
And I went into the Manila. That's sort of okay.
Wasn't that nice?
It was beautiful.
Uh-huh.
I cried actually.
Exactly.